Welcome to another Chelsea news video. There's a lot of stuff in this video. We've got finally the Conor Gallagher saga has ended. We're going to speak about all the information and then my thoughts on it. David Datro Fofana, he might be leaving. Then we've got an update on Kepa Arrizabalaga from Carlo Ancelotti, the Don himself. And then finally, we've signed another bloody Brazilian teenager. But this guy is meant to be good, and then I'm gonna say like why he's meant to be good, because he's bloody 16, and then yeah, so he's gonna be the next Neymar basically. But starting off with Conor Gallagher, actually first of all, please do like and subscribe. Yeah, I'll be honest, like and subscribe. So we're gonna get the transitions in every time, hopefully. Starting off with Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher is gone. It's not officially announced yet, but he has accepted the Atletico Madrid proposal. He is going to sign a 5-year contract on about £200,000 per week with bonuses in the end, which is actually more than anyone at Chelsea other than Raheem Sterling, who's brought in before the new wage structure under Todd Bowley, and Reece James, who is our captain, leader, and future legend. Is he a legend right now? I don't know. He needs to stop getting suspended every game or injured, but yeah, other than those two, £200,000 would be the most out of anyone at Chelsea. That's more than Christopher Nkunku, who's on 195, more than Enzo, more than Caicedo, more than any of the defenders, more than the goalkeepers. It's a lot of money. I was actually researching wages of Chelsea players, and then I was interested in Kin and Behold, a new signing, and it's coming up as £20,000 per week, which is a lot of money to me and you. But for a footballer, especially a Chelsea footballer, and a new signing, that is peanuts. I don't know if it's really true, because only he's going to know. It said he was on about 75k a week at Leicester in the Premier League, but now it would not make sense if he's on 20k a week at Chelsea. Okay, so apparently Gallagher informed Atleti 1 minute before their deadline that they set. They were like, let us know by, for example, like 12 is it 12 a.m. or yeah, 12 a.m. midnight. Let us know by midnight. He told them at 11:59, for example, 1 minute before. And it's going to be £34 million, including bonuses, which isn't really that much when you consider Mason Mount, who I feel is, I mean, they're very similar players. They work very hard. They're not the most technically gifted, but their hard work and grittiness does not go unnoticed. They both, well, I thought they both loved Chelsea. Mason Mount in the end didn't, but Gallagher clearly loves Chelsea. He wanted to play for Chelsea, but he's got 12 months left on his deal. £34 million. It's not loads, but it's a decent amount, pure profit. I would have rather them stay, because he just loves playing for the badge. But at the end of the day, the Chelsea, I've written some notes here. So, yeah, first of all, I reckon he has a view to come back one day. He signed a 5-year contract. I think he's going to do what Kieran Trippier did, go to Atleti for a few years and then come back to the Premier League. Maybe it will be a different club, but I think he will hopefully come back to Chelsea. But he will almost definitely come back to England, I believe. He needs to prove himself. I don't think he needs to prove himself, but he will feel like he needs to prove himself that he is actually technically a very good footballer. And that's the reason why we sold him in the end, because the hierarchy didn't believe he's technically good. He's very hardworking, plays for the badge, was a great leader last season, but he isn't technically good enough according to the sporting directors. Atletico Madrid themselves, that club suits him perfectly. Gritty, hard work, the ugly side of football. It's not about flashiness, it's just about structure, hard work. And I think it'll be interesting to see the Madrid derby. You've got the Englishman with the looks, the young, smooth skin, Jude Bellingham, scoring for Real Madrid. He's their best player. And then you're going to have the dogmatic. He's got looks, Conor Gallagher, but not the same as Jude Bellingham. It's just dogmatic, proper English. Well, not proper English, but like, okay. He's like just grittiness, dogmaticness, hard working, getting about the pitch, putting in strong tackles. And they're going to be the two English midfielders battling it out in the Madrid derbies, which are dangerous anyway. So I've got loads more notes. I'll quickly read them out. So once again, he's more pure profit for financial fair play. Maybe now we sign as a member because we got the finances. If not, then next year, especially if we get UCL football, Champions League football, we'll have a huge pool, as it's clear the project is on its way, and we'll have the finances to match it. Getting Champions League football gives you more money, and we'll have all this pure profit sales from Ian Matson, Michael Golding, Lewis Hall, and now Conor Gallagher and Trevor Chalobah and Amanda Broja. It's looking like in the future. Then finally, I said it's sad to see him go, but for his career, it's definitely best, 100%. Clearly, he didn't want to go, but the club forced him out. The rumours were that Chelsea said either sign the 2-year contract plus a 1 year of optional extension or go to Atletico Madrid. And if you don't do either of them and you want to go on a free next year, then you'll be playing Premier League 2 all year, which it's not great. It doesn't sound great, but I don't think it's as bad as reported. Other clubs do it. I think they just didn't want to lose him on a free, so they just threatened him, because he's obviously then not going to pick that one where he's going to be playing Premier League 2. We saw PSG did the exact same thing with Mbappe before, but Mbappe had the balls to stay, and then because Mbappe is Mbappe, they just played him for the whole year and then lost him on a free at the end of the year anyway. But we'll move on to the next story. Let me know what you think about Conor Gallagher going. Is it enough money? Is it worth selling him when we signed Dewsbury Hall for £30 million? It's a like for like financially anyway. Dewsbury Hall's older. I don't know if he's less hardworking. It's hard to judge yet. Was it worth selling Gallagher and signing Dewsbury Hall? By the way, I forgot to say, ignore all the mess of the wires over there. So, moving on to the next story, David Datro Fofana. This will be a quick one. We signed him about 18 months ago, I believe, for about 12, 13, 14 million pounds from Genk, was it? Or Club Brugge, a Belgian team. He is Ivorian. He's another in striker / winger. Yeah, it's not worked out perfectly. He's been on a few loans. He had a very unsuccessful loan at Union Berlin, and then the Burnley loan where he scored an absolute scream against West Ham, kind of salvaged it in the end. Or his value was salvaged. So there are rumours that he'll be leaving Chelsea this summer on a loan with a possible obligation. So that would mean permanently. Apparently Leicester are leading Villarreal and Stuttgart to his signature. I guess it would be if Leicester stay in the Premier League, then he'll go permanently. That would make sense. Otherwise, we'll just sell him next summer, I reckon. Yeah, so that means he's not seen as elite or in the long term plans where we're going to be hopefully winning Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues in 3, 4, 5 years time. We've got a lot of strikers already. I won't list them all out. We will hopefully sell him for profit. Like I said, £14 million, I think the maximum we signed him for. I reckon if it was an obligation, we'd get at least 22 million pounds for him. Maybe an Omari Hutchinson sort of thing. He's still young. He was highly rated. A lot of other clubs wanted him. Brighton wanted him, I think I remember. So yeah, we'll sell him for a little bit of profit, hopefully. Or maybe we'll just loan him out and then agree to Leicester. If he scores 10 goals a season, then we'll sell him to you, but then we'll negotiate the price tag next year. So yes, these transfers are a bit weird. Signing a youngster for £14 million and selling him for £20 million 18 months later doesn't make too much sense, but I guess a little bit of profit, and we haven't really lost anything at that point. So thirdly, another quick one before we get onto the big one about the 16-year-old Brazilian. But yes, this one's about Kepa Arrizabalaga. Real Madrid, Chelsea play Real Madrid. Oh my god, I just remembered. Tomorrow night. In England, it will be midnight. As you go to bed on Tuesday night, it will be that midnight, basically. We lost 4-2 to Man City. I stopped watching at 4-0. Woke up in the morning. Oh, it's 4-2. Didn't look as bad as I thought. From the stats, very quickly, the stats. We kind of at least played level with Man City. But it just felt like we were giving the ball away all the time. Enzo Maresca hasn't implemented a style of play on these absolute elite footballers yet. And it was frustrating to watch. But we'll play Real Madrid tomorrow. They've got pretty much full strength team other than Mbappe and Bellingham. But they've still got a lot of Vinicius Jr., Modric's, Arda Güler, Endrick, Rodrigo. Anyway, Carlo Ancelotti was asked about Kepa Arrizabalaga, who was on loan there last season, but has returned from his loan to Chelsea this summer, and he's been training with the under-23s. or the development team alongside Trevor Chalobah and Romelu Lukaku to keep himself fit so that we can sell him this summer. Carlo Ancelotti said, in that position, we are covered. Kepa did really well last season. We were really happy to have him here, but I don't know what's going to happen this season. We love him. We love him. And that's according to Nizar Kinsella from BBC. Yeah, we will sell Kepa this summer. We did reject a Saudi bid for, I think it was like £6 million. We were holding out for more, but I think all the big Saudi teams have already bought their goalkeepers now. So I don't know if that ship has sailed. I think I saw Fiorentina were interested. Hopefully we'll get upwards of £10 million, or maybe we'll just terminate his contract. He has got big wages. I think it's about 150k a week. So if anything, terminate a contract, get 150k of wages off the books, and we don't need another goalkeeper because we signed Philip Jorgensen. We need to get rid of two. We need to get rid of Petrovic and Kepa. And then we've got Slonina coming back. We've got Eddie Beach, Bergstrom, Bettinelli. And we're signing that Belgian geezer as well. We've got a lot of goalkeepers. But now we'll move on to the final story before this video gets too long. Okay, so remember, comment all your thoughts on all these stories. Do one comment per story. Okay, I'll reply to every single one. Hopefully, we'll get big discussions going in the comments. So, according to Immortal Radio, what a great radio station name, Immortal Radio. The deal has been closed between Chelsea and Grêmio for Gabriel Mek, the 16-year-old Brazilian, who is yet to play men's football, by the way. I'm pretty sure he's still playing under 20s football. At the age of 16, that is crazy. But, yeah, so Immortal Radio said, attention, Gabriel Mek is sold to Chelsea. Grêmio and the English club closed the deal this Sunday. The value with triggers exceeds 20 million euros. So that sounds pretty confirmational. That's not a word, I know, but that sounds like a deal has been closed for another South American youngster. I've written my notes at the bottom. So, yeah, it's been no secret under the leadership of Todd Bowley that making investments that strengthen their future has been key in the thinking. Even this summer, we have completed a deal to sign Estevão Willian, which is true, with there being huge excitement coming from Brazil about his potential, which is also true. There is also plenty of hype for Gabriel Mek. He has previously been likened to Neymar in terms of the level he can reach in a game. And if you've seen a picture of this guy, I do not need to see any football as of yet. I'm not going to watch a compilation video because he's yet to play men's football. There may be compilation videos on YouTube, but it's probably against other kids, and it'll be hard to judge, really. But I've seen a couple of pictures, and it's weird to say about a 16-year-old, but he has aura. He looks like you can just see it glowing off of him. Endrick has it as well, but this guy, at the age of 16, he looks like he's, like, what's the word? What's the saying? Like he's, let me get my words right. He looks like he's gonna have a big future ahead of him, something like that. He looks like he will. If he doesn't play football at a high level, he will be an actor or a musician, and a very successful one. He just looks like he is just aura. He has aura. Okay, so he is 16 right now. These are my notes now. He will join, if it's like Esteban Paez, which I very much assume it will be, he will join at the age of 18. So 2 years' time, because he will turn 18 in April 2026. So Estevão and Paez will join Chelsea this time next summer, which is actually closer than, I don't know, we signed Paez especially a long time ago, and we were linked with Estevão a long time ago, and we only really wrapped up a deal more recently. And it was like, right, they're youngsters, they're going to join a long time in the future. But now it's actually, well, it's not happening now, but 1 year's time, they'll be joining. And they will be hopefully playing in the Club World Cup. I think I remember seeing ages ago. They will be implemented in the team for the Club World Cup. And Paez has had a few training sessions. I assume both of them will have a few more training sessions across this year as well. And yeah, so Gabriel Mek has been pre-ordered for the year after Estevão and Paez join. So most of us have no clue who these guys were until Chelsea were linked with them. I'll be honest, I had no clue who Gabriel Mek was. I had no clue who Estevão Willian was or Kendrick Paez before Chelsea were linked with them. But after we were linked to them, after we've bought them, the videos, and I've been not scouting, but keeping my eye on Estevão and Paez especially, these guys they've got such huge potential. Paez is wearing the number 10, playing as the attacking midfielder for Ecuador, his country, at the age of 17. Only just recently turned 17, by the way. At the Copa America, where they got into late stages. They lost to Argentina on penalties in the end, the eventual winners. And Esteval, he's apparently going to be called up, or there's talk about him being called up to the next Brazil team. He is Palmeiras' best player at the age of 17 as well. And yeah, so it's clear to see their explosion after we pre-ordered them. And I think at this point we just have to trust the sporting directors that we've got another South American baller on a bargain. 20 million euros is not really that much money. So it's kind of low risk anyway. Yeah, I very much doubt anyone that's watched this video has seen Gabriel Mech play football. So I mean, if there is anyone, let us know what he looks like as footballing ability goes. Because, God, 16 years old, we're going to spend 20 million euros. As Chelsea don't just throw around money for, well, I was going to say we don't throw around money for youngsters. We do. We literally do. But they're good youngsters. So Gabriel Mech, yeah, and he is aura. So that's an extra £10 million. I'm happy with that. And yeah, hopefully we'll be the next Neymar, because that's going to be the title and thumbnail of this video. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like the video, please. Subscribe, turn the notification bell on as well if you really want to. It's up to you, to be honest. But comment your thoughts. Please do comment your thoughts on any of them. It's very easy. Just go in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. What's on your mind about Chelsea at the moment? And we'll have a big discussion in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. See you.